Hey guys, Scott Thompson, Abundant Lifestyle Team. I wanted to shoot a video here. You know, it's Monday night, and Monday nights are usually pretty slow for me. It's April 6th, and I'm laying here in bed, and we're working on getting the annexes up. Our very first annex up in Chicago, fully built and fully customized. And those of you that don't know what an annex is that we're going to start off in Chicago. We're going to start with one there, and these are just the designs and the CAD drawings that the designer actually put together on what they're going to look like. Give that picture another second. That one will come through a little bit clearer. But what they're going to be is they're going to be spaces to where I'm going to have an office in there, for me. But they're going to be stations, to where there'll be laptop computers set up, beverage stations, with water and whatnot. And they're like professional business feel type of places. And they're going to have conference rooms. We're going to have 2 big conference rooms to where each night of the week we're going to have presentations going on and people coming in and finding out about our opportunities and stuff like that here with the Abundant Lifestyle Team, because we believe in multiple streams of income only if they complement each other. And there's a lot of people out there, a lot of garbage going on out there. There's one of the small offices that we'll have a couple of those in there, but conference rooms and little things like that. But what we want to do is with the Abundant Lifestyle Team is we always focus on multiple streams of income, and here's why. There have been a lot of people that try to do multiple streams of income, but they failed. They really did fail, and it's because multiple streams of income that they have, the different distribution networks of money that they had coming in, did not complement each other or assist each other, if that makes any sense. In other words, you can't be involved in a telecom company and then all of a sudden expect to, bring a team into a cosmetics company at the same time, because telecom and cosmetics, they're 2 totally different things and they don't brand or mesh together. Does that make sense? Here in Abundant Lifestyle Team, we actually found the combinations that actually work, because each one synergizes and works and feeds off the other. And we're going to be teaching that stuff, in these lifestyle centers. I just may call them Abundant Lifestyle Centers, Chicago, and then we're going to probably put one in Dallas, one in Atlanta, and stuff like that. And the best part of it is that when people go in there and they learn about the businesses and the programs and stuff like that, they all wind up on our team somehow or another. So it's going to be an amazing time. And so we got a lot of big things planned. And the fact that all 3 programs that we have on our multiple streams of income are international, I could actually open up hubs in other countries too, which is just going to be even mind-boggling as far as that. So back to what I was talking about, I was right here looking at pictures of some of the ideas and some of the designs that are going to be done with the Chicago hub, and I was thinking to myself, what does it take? We have a lot of people that come in here and they paid at $35 to join National Wealth Center, and they're like, okay, a $35 business, I know I won't be a millionaire anytime soon, and blah 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 blah, just whatever excuses that they have for themselves and whatever self-sabotaging that they have. But I was thinking about this, is that we have actually made this just so simple for you guys that if you guys truly understood the bigger picture, it would just be unbelievable what's going on. So what I did is, I got a notepad out and got the calculator out. I like to brainstorm and stuff like that, so that way I can refresh my mind, because as one of the leaders in this group, I need to refresh my mind on why I'm doing this, because I get frustrated a lot. When you have as many people joining the team as we do, and people are just coming up with excuses on why they don't do certain things, and this and that and that and that, and then you're thinking, oh man, why am I even bothering with this? So it got me thinking a little bit, what does it take in order to make $1 million a year? What does it take in order to make $1 million a year? So I took the calculator out, I put up $1 million, put $1 million, I divided it by 12. That means $83,334 a month. It's actually $83,333.33 a month. I think that was the exact number. And then when you divide that by 140, which are the 3 residual components of National Wealth Center, you have the $25 level, the $50 level, and the $100 level. Now, I know that comes out to $175, but if you want National Wealth Center to take the money for you and stuff like that, they have that 20% severance fee, so you're only going to get like 80%. So if you take $175 minus the 20%, that's $140. So I was thinking about, $140 per person on your team. So you divided it by $140. That's only 596 people. And I was thinking about this. I was thinking, wow, most companies out there, whether it be the Mary Kays, whether it be the Avons, whether it be the Zangos, Melaleucas, and stuff like that, most of these companies out there, you need tens of thousands of people in order to make $1 million a year. Here, you're looking at 596 people. That's crazy. That's unheard of. It's crazy. And then I started getting a little excited when I realized that. And then I decided, well, let me go and play with this a little bit further. Here we are. Power of six is what I like to call it, because in this industry, everything runs on 6-week cycles or 6 people and stuff like that. What I did is I decided a power of 6. Okay. What would happen if each one of you guys went out and got 6 people at the $35 level, and then each one of those 6 upgraded to the $50 and the $100 level as they were making money coming into the program? So come on in, join the team for the $35, make money and stuff like that. When you have enough money and income, join the $50 level and then upgrade to the $100 level. So everything I'm going to talk to you about, when they maximize just the 3 residual parts. Now, we have the multi-$1,000 other parts of National Wealth Center, which we're not even going to talk about here. I want to talk about monthly money. I want to talk about money that's going to come month after month after month after month. So when I thought about that, bringing in 6 people, your first week, you're obviously able to keep 4. 2 of them are going to go up as training sales. 4 times 140 is $560, right? Just follow me here. Then those 4 are going to get their 6. Well, actually, the 6 are going to get their 6 the next week, and then so each one of those 4 owe you 2 training sales. So that's 8 people given to you. You didn't do any new work. You just brought in 6 people. 8 times 140 is 1,120 plus the 560 from the week before. That bumps up your monthly income to $1,680 a month. Now, some people don't even make that much, period, in their jobs. Some people, it's crazy that happens. So, and then those 8 are going to get their 6, and, then they're going to owe you 2 apiece. They're going to give you 16 people. 16 extra people paying you $140. You guys follow me here. That's $2,240 a month plus the $1,680 you're already making each month. That comes out to $3,920. All the way down to 7 weeks. Let's talk about 7 weeks here, because 7 weeks is when, it's that gap in between 7 weeks and 8 weeks that you'll actually be able to hit that $83,000 a month. That's based upon you getting 6 and everybody else duplicating the 6 also. Okay? So the 256 people, they're going to get their 6. So, part 8 right here, I'm not going to put down part 8 right here. I'll tell you right now, part 8 right here actually bumps up your income another, another $70,000 a month. If you notice on all these numbers, they just double each month. So 71,000 times 2, that's how much you'll be making, which is $142,000 a month. So you'll be well past the whole millionaire phase. But, I was thinking to myself that, this is all great and everything, making $100,000 a month. But I remember that there was a whole bigger picture here. Okay. So we have the foundation, which is National Wealth Center, here with National Wealth Center. It's what we call our foundation. Okay. We have a 3-part. We have foundation, giving back, and then lifestyle. Those are the 3 foundations. Those are the 3 programs we have set up. This is the foundation. This is what's going to pay your rent, get you accustomed, get you full-time into the industry and stuff like that. And then we have what's called the giving back. This one is the program to where we actually give back, and the product is based upon feeding hungry children. Okay? So, you're obviously having some really great success here and stuff like that. Why would you want to donate, and help feed hungry children, supply meals to hungry children? Because if you take that same team and feed the hungry children, help the kids get what was called a meal pack. I think that's what it's called. And it's a base upon, each month you pay like $129 a month. And then what they do is they send out 2 huge, I think it's like 50-pound bags of wheat and whatever and stuff like that to feed some starving children and stuff like that. And it's like about $129 a month or something like that. So technically you're going to give $129 a month to help feed the children. But the thing about it is that there's a associate program tied behind it too. But the thing about the associate program is those same 6 people that joined you up here in National Wealth Center, those are the people that are going to be front level to you here. And then if you take that and then that, they're 6, going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks, those same 7 weeks, because you earn $2 per person that does it there, $5 per there, stuff like that, all the way down to, the 7th level. And it actually goes down to 9 levels. So there's Actually, a lot more money in this. But based upon the same work you've already done, and teaching them, to give to the kids and give to the needy and stuff like that, through the other program, help feed some starving kids, you'll get paid also and whatnot. You just added another $1.6 million a month. And you could pause and look at the numbers and multiply. 216 times 5 is $1,000. And then add all these up. That's the different levels and stuff like that. That's an extra $1.6 million a month. So, you kind of, $71,000 a month is not that exciting. Well, if you add that $71,000 a month to this 1.6, it's $1.7 million a month. And as if that's not great enough already, right? Remember, we have the lifestyle company too. The lifestyle company is to where we start traveling together. We get to spend more time with each other, pretty much enjoy life, go shopping together, go to big events like the Super Bowl and stuff like that. The lifestyle company actually has a very great compensation plan too, because if you add all these people up, the 6, the 36, the 216, and all that stuff, that comes out to about 33,000 or 335,922 people. Now the lifestyle company is a binary, so it means that you got to put one left, one right. If you put one left, one right, that pretty much takes that down and cuts that in half. So that's 167 people on your pay team, and then for every 3 people out of that 167, you get $20. So if you take the 167,000 divided by 3, it comes out to 55,987 people times $20. That's another $1.9 million a month to travel the world and have fun with some friends and stuff like that too. And that's the product. So when some people are just focused on this, and this does seem kind of small. It does seem kind of small when you don't truly take in consideration the whole picture. It's all leading up to other great things. Giving back team. People say, the more successful you get, the more money you make, because you give back to the community and stuff like that. What better way than, to help feed hungry kids and stuff like that? Oh, you could get paid to do it also, technically. $1.6 million a month, and that doesn't stop there. And then, the lifestyle team, based upon all the same people, following the 3 steps or the 3 phases that we have here. Again, we got the foundation, we got the giving back, and then we have the lifestyle. I mean, it's just crazy at what could happen in a short period of time. So the big question is how quick can you find 6 people, to join your team? How quick can you help them find their 6, and so on and so on? Does that make sense? If this was each week, you found 6 your first week, and they found their 6 the next week and stuff like that, this is 7 weeks. I'm not going to say you're going to make $2 million a month, I'm sorry, that's almost $3 million a month, in the next 7 weeks, but it's possible. It could happen. The numbers are there. Now, in a perfect world, that would happen, but what if I made 10% of that? $600,000 a month, in 7 weeks, that's still pretty darn good, So, when you really sit here and you think about and try to place a value upon a $35 business, I really want you guys to truly understand the bigger picture. Here we are, National Wealth Center, right here. And then when you take the bigger picture on why we added some extra things, giving back as far as helping feeding children, and then the lifestyle team, that's where we all enjoy the rewards of all our hard work and whatnot. It's just crazy. And in these lifestyle centers, we're going to be teaching them this 3 steps. We're going to teach them how to step up right here, how to be part of this, how to be part of National Wealth Center. We're going to teach them how to get to the giving back team when they qualify, and then when they qualify for the lifestyle team, hey, how to get into the lifestyle team and stuff like that. And then it's all based upon their current teams. That's crazy, guys. It's crazy. The craziest thing I think of is 596 people. If you're out there passing out 1,000 cards a month, 1,000 cards a month, which is $250 a week, right? You get a 3% return rate. So, you get 3 people, out of every 100. So you're looking at 6 people joining you, each week alone, right there alone. Pow, you got it right here. And then they're out passing out cards. And the fun part of this is that there's going to be a lot of people that don't stop at the 6. Imagine if this was 12 people times 24. 12 people, and then they brought in 8 people, that number would be higher, that number would be higher. Guys, it could run out of control real quickly. Okay? So don't really treat it like a $35 business. Treat it like a multi-million-dollar a month income business and see what kind of results in action.